Hello friends, welcome to the debug desk in our Scratch video series. In today's video, we are going to explore the pen blocks in Scratch. With pen blocks, you can draw shapes, you can draw patterns, and even create your own graphics art in Scratch, from changing pen size to pen color, using loops to create some amazing patterns. We will see how powerful and fun the pen blocks can be. So let's start.
So we are back to our Scratch editor. First of all, the pen blocks are not available by default. It is basically an extension. So we have to add pen blocks over. And at the bottom left corner, you will see a Lego kind of piece here. Click here and you see all the extensions that are available to you. From that, select this pen. So once the pen block is available in the left panel here, you will see a variety of different blocks are available. We will see each and every block in detail. First of all, we need to understand how this pen extension actually works. So basically the task of pen is to draw whenever you move your sprite in your staging area. So if your sprite moves from here to here, it will draw something, draw a line, and it will stop then after. First of all, let's try to understand the most two powerful blocks, pen down block. So what pen down block does is whenever your sprite moves, it will draw something. Then there is pen up. Pen up is basically used to stop drawing when your sprite moves. So these are kind of like physical pens. When you put pen down on your paper and you take pen up, so it will keep start draw and stop drawing on your canvas. So that is the basic functionality. Now let's see it in action. First of all, let's try to change our sprite. So I'll delete this one and I will use pencil. So you can see the pencil is now available. Let's change the costume and put the edge of this pencil as the center of costume. So now we will draw from this point only. Okay, so we now have our sprite ready and we will explore each of the block. The first block is erase all. As the name suggests, it will erase all the drawing that has been performed before we execute this block. We will see this in action in a little bit. Second, pen down block. Whenever you use pen down block, whenever your sprite moves, it will start drawing. Let's see this in action. What we will do is we will put the pen down. Then we will move our sprite, let's say 100 steps, and see. So as you have seen here, whenever the sprite moved from here to here 100 steps, it has created a line. Now whenever you want to delete it, you just use the erase all block and all the previous drawings will be deleted. Again, if you want to just simply remove the effect of pen down, you use pen up. So now even if you move your sprite, it will not create any drawing. It will just move without writing. Now let's execute this. So as you have seen, for first 100 steps it has given us a drawing of a line, and then when we used pen up, it has moved but not left any drawing with it. So that's how we use pen up and pen down. Next pen block is stamp. It's a very interesting block. Let's see how this works. Whenever you use the stamp block, basically your sprite will leave a copy of itself and move ahead. Let's see, what we will do is we will use repeat function, and for let's say 5 times we will move our sprite for about 50 steps, and every time we move it we will stamp our sprite, and then finally we'll move it further 50 steps. Okay, so for 5 times we'll move our sprite 50 steps. Every time we move it we will use a stamp block. So what it will do is it will leave a print of itself. Let's see it in action. Okay, so as you have seen here, the 5 times whenever a sprite has moved, it has left behind a copy of itself in form of stamp. The last one is our original sprite. You cannot move all the other copies of your sprite because they are just a stamp or imprint that has been left behind by the sprite, original sprite. So that's how you use stamp function. Again, using erase all, it will just create a fresh canvas or stage here. Next we have uh, set pen color. With this block you can set the color of your pen. For example, let me create a red line, so pen down and then pen up. If I execute this, as you have seen, it has created a red color line here. You can set various colors according to various kind of applications that you want to create in your app. Similarly, then after we have change pen color by some amount, right? So how does this actually work is you initially set pen color to, let's say, orange. Then what you do is you change your color by some amount. As you can see, color is correctly 0 1 2 3 4 9. You can change this color number and your color will change. So if you want to change your color by some specific amount, you can write it here. Now let's see how this works. So let's delete all, and now if I run this one, so the color has been changed. If I run it again, the again color will change from this one to this one. Now if I don't keep this initial set pen color, so every time the color will change. Let's see, every time the color will change because every time we are changing the color by 10. Not only now, if you want to specifically set the color of your pen to some colors shown by here by the number, you can just write your number here. For example, if I want red color, I'll just write 100, and now as you can see, the color is changed. So the next block is set pen size. You can set the width of your pen or the line drawing by some amount from 1 to next. By default it is 1. If you see, it is 1. If you change that, it will keep increasing. See, you can change the width of your pen. Similarly, you can just every time change the size by amount 1. So it will every time keep increasing by 1. If you write -1, it will keep decreasing, as you have seen here. So you can play with the tools and do different things. You can also set the pen color or brightness or transparency to some amount, and you can also change the color saturation and brightness of your pen. So you can perform all these little operations and draw various things on canvas. Let's create a small program in which we will draw a square. So let's arrange the blocks, create an event. Then after we use the pen blocks. First of all, erase everything. Then after, put pen down. Let's set the size of the pen to 5. And now we'll use a control structure of repeat. What we want to do is we want to create a square. So our sprite will have to move 4 times, 1 2 3 and 4. So we'll move it 4 times. We will move for about 150 steps. Let's keep it in center. Every time we will move the sprite, for example from here to here, then we will have to turn it. So we'll turn it around 90 degrees to create a perfect square. Let's also add a weight function here so that you can actually see it like an animation. And then after, finally we'll take the pen up. Okay, so let's see this in action. So as you can see, the pen is moving by about 150 steps and turning 90 degree, and it is creating a complete square. Similarly,
let's try to create a polygon. For polygon, we'll need two variables here. The first variable will store the number of sides. So we will name the first variable as number of sides. The second variable, it will save the length of each side of the polygon. So we'll keep it named like this as length side. Okay. So what we need to first of all do is we need to get the values of these two variables from the user. So depending upon the number of sides, we will generate different types of polygon, and length of each side will be also decided by that. First of all, let's create the click event. Then we'll ask the user enter number of sides of the polygon. Okay, we will save this as number of sides, the answer as okay. So similarly, we will get the length of each side of the polygon also from the user and save that as the length side variable. So now we have the basic information about the polygon that the user wants to create. Depending on this information, we'll build on. So first of all, for using pen blocks, we'll set them some basic parameters. First of all, erase all the previous things. Then after, let's set the pen size to, let's say, 3. Then we'll set the color. Let's set the color as some variety of blue. Okay, so now the basic things look complete. We also need to set the initial position of this sprite. So whenever we start the program, the pen should be always here. Uh, okay, now we'll need to go to the control structures. From control block, drag the repeat block. How many times we need to repeat the action of moving our sprite or drawing one side? So that will be decided by the number of sides parameter. For example, if the user is entering 5, so 5 times we need to repeat this action of drawing side. How can we draw one side? We will simply move the sprite and the length of the steps will be decided by the length of side, as we have already saved it here. After one side is done, we need to turn the pencil. The angle of the turning, it will be decided by the formula as I have given here. Basically, what you have to do is you have to turn in such a way that the angle is 360 degree divided by the number of sides. This will give us the angle each time we need to turn our sprite, so the polygon is complete. To give a proper effect, let's add a wait function so we'll be able to see the entire process. Otherwise, it will keep very fast and we'll not be able to see this. Finally, we need to add the pen down here and pen up here. Now let's run and see if this is working or not. Enter the number of sides. Let's draw a pentagon and let's keep the length as, let's say, 45. So as you can see, it is drawing 5 sides every time it is turning by the angle 360 divided by number of sides, that is 5. Similarly, you can draw different types of polygons. Let's say sides, number of sides 7. Let's length of each side should be 50. So as you can see, you can draw similarly all these kinds of polygons using the same function. So that's one of the use of the polygon function and how you can draw different kinds of polygons using this particular mathematical equation. So using repetition, you can create a lot of things. You can create patterns, you can generate various kind of sprite. Next videos, we will see some more stuff like this. So stay tuned. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.